Okay, so going on with our next update here about this upside down land that we're in, the Matrix, as I've said, and Andrew Tate says too, that we're in the Matrix. Eric Swalwell, Democrat representative who slept with a Chinese spy and who very likely gave up American secrets and information to this Chinese spy, is running to oppose Gavin Newsom in California to be governor of California. So this fucking retard goes on Jimmy Kimmel's show. First, let's take a look at the Garden Grove Unified School District has opens their ceremonies with a Native American dance. Apparently, it's a homosexual Indian because he's got the rainbow shit on. So it's bad enough that their culture has pretty much been destroyed and wiped out, but let's be gay too to add the trifecta to it. Here's Mark Dice talking about some of this.
When I first saw this video yesterday, I thought to myself, Alex Stein
Alex
has
Stein.
done it again.
I know, because he's notorious for shit like this.
Sketch, trolling a city council meeting, dressed as the Native American, acting like a fool, in order to see if the board members would take him seriously out of concerns that they would offend Native American culture. But upon further inspection, this actually is the kickoff to a school board meeting in the Garden Grove Unified School District to celebrate Native American heritage. If this is your culture, then it's long overdue for you to leave it in the dustbin of history and assimilate into American culture. And speaking of Native Americans, over the weekend, most of the popular supposed Native American accounts over on Twitter were revealed to be...
Yeah, I didn't get to talk about this. So one of Elon Musk's new things on Twitter is, despite having a VPN, is to show where some of these pages and groups are actually from to see if they're representative of who they claim to be. So these Native American culture accounts are from India. Not the Indians, who was just dancing for you on screen there. The smelly cow poop throwing Indians are the ones running these pages. So these pages and these people aren't even real.
Be run by Indians, not Native Americans. I mean Indians from India, a country and a culture that is notorious for scamming people throughout the world, because Elon put the location of the country that the accounts are located in. And people can't hide behind a VPN because it also shows the location of the App Store where they downloaded the app from. Okay? And so people have been combing through tons of just popular accounts across the entire political spectrum, and finding that many of them are run by Indians. Scam artist Indians, okay? Not Native Americans, including this one. Native American Culture says he's located in Indianapolis, USA. But it's revealed that this one is from Bangladesh, right over there next door to India. So stay tuned, and I'll get into some of the fallout of these foreign-run accounts being unmasked and the half-truths and spin that the liberal media is putting on.
I'm not sure this is the one. So that was a story that I wanted to get into. No, he is going to talk about Swalwell. All right, give me a second here.
Down masses, of course. Swalwell went on Jimmy Kimmel's late-night supposed comedy show turned anti-Trump editorial show to make the big announcement.
What do we do? What are we going to do? How do you stop this?
Of course, he's talking about how terrible Donald Trump is with the ICE raids in California, lobbing him a softball because he knows exactly why he's there. He's just playing dumb, setting him up for the big reveal.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. I love California. It's the greatest country in the world.
California is the greatest country in the world. Fucking retard.
Greatest country in the world.
The greatest country in the world. He botched
fucking
his
people are
big
so fake.
5 seconds.
Such
into
fucking
But
assholes.
that's why it pisses me off to see Californians running through the fields where they work from ICE agents. Or
actually, we're not seeing that enough. I want to see busloads of them heading south down the 5 as far as the eye can see.
I do too, but the reason they were running in fields is because they were finding them at illegal pot fields, growing marijuana, and then there were children working those fields too. That's the reason some of those were running, and it was federal agents that were actually putting a stop to an illegal action. Child labor is illegal, but I guess it's fine if you're one of these people in California that wants to make illegal children work on your pot farm. And Eric Swalwell and Gavin Newsom are fine with that, too.
24/7.
Or troops in our streets.
It's horrifying.
It's horrifying.
It's absolutely
Or cancer research
horrifying.
being canceled. It's awful to look at. And our state, this great state, needs a fighter and a protector, someone who will bring prices down, lift wages up. And we can say that we're the 4th largest economy in the world, and we are, and I love to brag about that. But what does that mean if you can't afford to live here? So I've been in these fights.
He's going to make housing affordable in California. Eric fart smell.
As a city council member
smell.
up in Dublin, my hometown, as a prosecutor in Oakland, and taking on the most corrupt president ever in the
This
U.S.
guy is
Congress.
such a
You
retard.
can see he's practiced this over and over
Again, the Matrix, guys.
Trying to
It's
sound
just-
all dramatic.
we're,
I was a city council member.
But I'm ready to bring this fight home.
we're all going to wake up one day in our pod if somebody from the Nebuchadnezzar tries to rescue us like they did with Neo. We're going to wake up in our pod and it's going to drain all the stuff that's in it. We're going to get shot down the tube and onto the ground, and then the real battle and the real life is going to start. I swear. We're all not really here right now. We're all in the pod.
So I came here tonight, Jimmy, to tell you and your audience that I'm running to be the next governor of California.
And the fucking retards cheer. By the way,
I'm excited to do it.
the same retards who love Gavin Newsom, right? They supposedly voted to keep him in office when they tried to remove him, but now they're super excited that an even bigger retard has said, I'm going to run against him and I'm really going to do some great things for California. Like, who believes this? Who believes that any of these scumbags, once they get power, are going to do any of the things that they never do? They haven't for my entire lifetime. They're not going to start now. The final thing that you thought was a wild card, that's President Trump. That he was going to do that, and that was going to happen, and it didn't. So after that, it means there are no real ones. There isn't anyone that can go in to the shit show of Washington, D.C., to be a part of running this country and come out smelling clean on the other side. You can't. It's evident at this point that you can't. It's evident at this point, in case you weren't already aware, that you cannot rely on any of these people. They are all liars. They go into this for the money, the power, and the influence. And they are all working against the American people. The American people need to be back in charge of their country again. It was the people that fought to create a government for this country. The founding fathers were people who were sick of the way things were going and fought to actually create a government out of nothing. Now the worst scum that we can come up with are the ones running the show, and they are a detriment to the American people. Not one of these motherfuckers on either side is America first.
Same guy who had to drop out of his 2020 presidential campaign because not only was he single digits in the polls, but he couldn't get enough donations to qualify to make it to the debates. And so this was his last ditch effort, because they have different rules. You have to have, so many different people donate to you for them to take you seriously enough to have you on the stage. And so this was his last ditch attempt to try to make it.
Hey guys, Eric Swalwell here. Not sure if everyone knows this, but we need 65,000 individual donors to cement our place on the debate stage. Every day we're getting closer and closer to that goal, but I need you. Just $1, seriously, $1 can make sure we get there. Join our movement. Go bold with me, and let's do this together.
Join the movement, the bowel movement, which he had live on MSNBC, which I'm sure we all saw. Aside from campaigning on keeping all the illegal aliens in California and then leeching off of American citizen tax dollars, he came up with this brilliant idea.
I want us to be able to vote by phone. I think every Californian
Vote by phone?
Vote by phone. Yeah, if we can do our taxes, do our make our healthcare appointments, make essentially do your banking online, you should be able to vote by phone. make it safe, make it secure, but it's actually already happening.
Make it safe and secure. But yeah, there won't be any cheating. Voting by phone.
Like Georgia or Alabama, when it comes to like voting access, I want us to max out democracy.
What better way to have illegal aliens interfering in our elections than to have people voting by phone? Speaking of California and the illegal alien invasion, Bill Clinton knew exactly what was going to happen back in the 1990s, and here he was bragging about it. Of course, this was and is the plan. You weren't supposed to notice this, or if you did, you were supposed to celebrate it. If you dare to oppose it, then you're called a neo-Nazi. We all know how that goes.
Within 5 years, there will be no majority race in our largest state, California. In a little more than 50 years, there will be no majority race in the United States. No other nation.
Applauding the demographic downfall of the progeny of those who founded this country. Everybody knows that California is a demographic, an economic, and a crime disaster. So here is Bill Clinton at the Clinton Global Initiative talking with the slick-talking salesman Gavin Newsom about just what is going right in California. Anything?
Tell us what you think we should know about what's going right in California.
But I appreciate the context. Look, California is America, but only more so. It's the size of populations combined. It's the most diverse state in the world's most diverse democracy. 27% of my state is foreign-born. We practice pluralism. It's
and people are cheering for that. That's good news. Good news to have non-Americans in America.
If you can call them residents, the people inhabiting California weren't even born in this country. And speaking of people who weren't born in this country and aren't living in this country,
and they're proud of this. These idiots, these leftist scumbags are proud of this.
That have infested Twitter. And like I said, Elon.
So I'm going to try and get into that later, because this is something with Elon opening up and exposing where these other accounts are coming from. That's really interesting. And another, like, why are Indians making Native American content and putting that online and pushing as if they're the thing? There's another guy that's on X who, is a proud Israeli supporter. He's been outed as an Indian, but he masqueraded as a Jewish person. So it's really odd that these pushes are coming from out of country for these particular initiatives. And then you come to find out that the initiative itself is really not that big of a deal as what these outside influences are pushing. So that's something I'm going to want to talk to at a later video. So more and more I'm starting to believe we're just in the Matrix, guys. The story has already been set out, put before us. There's no way out of it. You turn left, you turn right, or you go straight. And the outcome is going to be the same. It doesn't matter the person you choose. The only thing that's going to be different is what the path looked like when you walk it. The end result is the same, and it's the American people being screwed over completely. And I don't know what needs to be done, or maybe I do. But it's not happening right now, and we're getting the short end of the stick, and Americans are getting screwed over. So we'll catch up with more stuff. That's all the time I have for today. Like, share, support, subscribe to the show. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you all again soon.